Hello and welcome back to Modern Game Dev 2, another devlog. So this is going to be my last devlog for a month or so, and I'll explain why later. But first I want to go through all the changes I've made to the game in the past week or so since the last devlog. So as you can see, the main menu, I've added the socials so people can check the progress of the game, which I think would be very helpful, because with the last one I found a lot of people weren't realizing when there were updates and stuff. As well as the options menu, which is a lot more feature heavy than the last one, and the credits and feedback forms. So hopefully more people do the feedback forms this time, but we'll see. I've also changed difficulty, so it doesn't have the publishers and finances, and there are a couple other things in here that I've removed from the difficulty section, and I'll explain why later, but it's to do with the research rework. So now this looks a lot more simple, which I think will be better for people trying the game. I'm pretty sure this was in the last devlog, so you can customize your character. Good. And this is the garage. I'm pretty sure this was also in the last devlog. But my main focus at the moment is these offices. So as I said in the last one, 7 offices in the game. I've modeled 4, I've coded 3.5. So I'm nearly done with the 4th office, and then I'll be moving on to the last 3. So I will show you these ones which weren't in the game previously. So this is the granny flat, which can have 6 people. I'm trying to make each office more unique in this game, because in the last one they were very boring and they all had the exact same desk. In this game you're going to notice every desk is different, not only in the colors, like as you can see, the colors of the books and the lamps are randomized, and also like as you progress in the game your desk will slowly get better, and as you can see they just spawn in when you hire them. So that's how far I've gone with the coded officers, and now I'll show you what I meant about the research. So I previously had it so like in the last game you had to research one thing to get to the next thing, and this time I made the research so you can do it in any order you want. So say here I don't want publishers but I do want stocks. As long as I meet the level prerequisite for stocks, it's gonna let me do stocks, and I can just ignore publishers completely. And I've also changed the way you level up. So in the last game you got 1 level, or it was called a token in the last game. You got 1 token for every game you released. This time, the quality of your game affects what level you're moving towards. So if you release a game with a quality of 50, you're going to get 50 research points. And 150 research points is 1 level, which might change in the future. I'll see if it's too easy. But I think 150 is a good number, because that's like probably 4 trashy games but only like 2 good ones, so I think that's fair. And there's not much else to show at the moment, because I've just been working on the environments, which is what takes me the longest because it's what I'm worst at. So I'll show you, this is the one I'm coding at the moment. It's gimmick because it has this loft. It's gonna have everyone down here, and that's you chilling up there. You don't really get to see yourself in this one though, which kind of sucks because he's all the way like behind his computer. But yeah, he's got a giant beanbag for some reason, and yeah, it's looking alright. And I will code this as soon as I'm done with this video. Yeah, I don't really have much else to show. I did the pause menu. I don't think that was in the last devlog. And I just have a lot of things to talk about, because I wanted to talk about the future of the game. So I've made this roadmap. So right now, these are the only things missing that were in the first game. So it's conventions, game of the year, both awards and editions, DLC, deluxe editions, and stocks, and only 3 out of 7 of the officers are modelled and coded. As I said, that 4th one is like in 10 minutes it'll be coded. I won't be working on the game for 6 weeks because I'm focusing on my exams at school. You're going to see there's a common theme in this game's development. I focus on school way more than I'm going to focus on this. I don't think I'll post a devlog in this time, but the game will be back in full swing after my last exam on the 20th. So the alpha that I promised would come out in December, it's adding all the features from the previous slide, as well as the remaining 4 officers and gambling, and it'll be free with optional donations. After that, in January or early February, depending on how long it takes me, I'm thinking January, but we'll see. Well, the second alpha will come out, which I'm thinking of calling 1.1, and it's just going to be a lot of bug fixes. I will do bug fixes, like I'd have like a 1.0.1, if you know what I mean, if they were like bad bugs. But if the bugs aren't that bad, then I'll hold off until this update. And it'll continue to be free with optional payments, and it's going to add cover art, the tutorials, company customization, and anything skipped in 1.0 if I rush it, but I don't think I'm going to skip anything. I think I'll have plenty of time. And then of course heavy polishing. The only concern with this possibly being moved to February is the tutorial level, because I don't know how long that's going to take, because that wasn't in the last game. Everything else on this list I could definitely have out by January, but if the tutorial level takes too long, then you'll be waiting till February for that. Development next year is going to be very rough, so from February to November I'm going to be fully focusing on school, maybe working on the game only 1 or 2 hours a week, and probably only making devlogs every couple months, because it's year 12, which is the most important school year. So I'll be locking in for school, but I will still be working on the game if I have free time. And then in January I'm planning for beta 1, which is going to be the demo version on a Steam page for this game. I have plans to put this game on Steam as an actual release. I can't do that until December 2026, because that's when I turn 18, so you have to wait that long. You can't have a Steam page before 18 without doing some annoying legal stuff with setting up companies that I don't want to do. So the beta will be a free demo on the Steam page, and it'll still be free with optional donations on itch. It's going to add a lot of features. These are just some of the main ones, and a lot of surprise features, because basically as of Alpha 1.1 everything from the first game will be in the second game. So everything that comes out after Alpha 1.1 is brand new features to surprise you guys. Then finishing the game, as I said, a lot of things planned, a lot of surprises. The game is going to be worked on as much as I can. Monthly updates to the free beta for as long as it takes me to finish the real game, or like until it gets too close to the real game that people don't want to buy it. And I will be doing Next Fest and probably as many devlogs as I can. And then releasing the game, the price range, I think this is inaccurate. I don't think I'll go as high as 15. Probably like 10, maybe like $12 would be the highest I'd go, I think. Depending on how big the scope gets, and likewise depending on how big the scope gets, I'm thinking like Q3 2027 is the likely release date. And localization, we'll see how that goes. Porting the game, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So this is the roadmap. What I've done at the moment is just a lot of work over the last 2 weeks. Keep in mind, I've only been working on this game for 2 weeks, and I'm like halfway to the first alpha already. So I've given myself like 2 years pretty much to finish the game. So if I've done this much in 2 weeks, imagine how good it's gonna look in 2 years, you know? And yeah, as I said with the donations on itch, that's not like me trying to be greedy or anything. Anything I make from these donations has gone straight back into the game. Of course, like the best like scenario that could come from that is the donations pay for my Steam $100 upload fee, and then when that $100 upload fee is met, which I don't think it will, I don't think I'll get that many donations, but if the donations get above that, then every donation I get is gone straight back into the game. So I swear this is not me begging for money, this is just if I happen to get money, it would go into the game. But I'm not going to encourage anyone to do that. And yeah, that's about all I've done. I probably should have planned this a bit better, because I don't actually remember what I've done since the last devlog. I think I just remembered the cheats weren't in the last devlog. Cheats panel in the game, there you go. Feature from the last one, I think. Just this 3D work. The 3D work takes me so much longer than the programming. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go torture myself with some more 3D work.